Remember to go off the thingy and go here. Perfect.
Well, we are live. How does that feel? We haven't been live in a long time. I know, but we haven't been live in a long time. Hopefully we have people join us.
You see that all the time too.
And I mean it every time. I hope people join us live. So we'll wait to see if people come on. I know I said it all the time.
I was about
too.
to say that.
I mean, people are gonna come on. Yeah, maybe.
I'm excited to talk about this episode. You know why?
Why?
Because nothing happened. I want to know what other people thought about this episode. Because I think some people thought this episode was very
Entertaining?
Yeah. From the stuff that I saw on the Twitter.
Oh. Did you put? Okay, Rosemary, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
What time? Oh yeah, it is late. Huh?
It's late on the East Coast or wherever you are.
Everywhere besides the West Coast.
Everywhere besides the West. But we appreciate you and everyone else for coming in.
Yes.
Yes, Team RC, you caught a live. Hey.
I'm glad you're here. So, for those who are here and those entering the chat, how did you feel about last night's episode? Did you think it was good? Were you entertained by it? Were you bored? Do you think it was not needed? Like, I didn't think it was not needed.
There's so many episodes to me that weren't needed because really Chris and Paige gave all the drama.
But that's how they set the show, where Chris and Paige gives all the drama. But we already called this out like a long time ago. Well, and everyone else too.
Yeah.
Because we're like, well, when they do exit the show or whatever scam they pull in.
You said scam. Hey, Pop Friend.
Yes, whatever scam they're pulling, it's gonna be boring. And it has been boring.
I was here for Jacob's pettiness too, but you know what? I don't think Jacob was really petty. I just think he was just like
I think Jacob was just being him.
Just going with the flow. What'd you say, Devontae? Then this whole season, that Unmatchables was a mess. Even the previews.
I was entertained from the 15 minutes I saw before I went to bed. Because I was like, well, I told Mom this. This is how this live came about this Thursday. Before the show even started at 8 o'clock, I was like, I can't review this. Because I just knew, like, something just said to me, it was like, this is going to be absolutely boring. So I told Mom, I was like, let's just go on live. Let's just talk about it here because I didn't want Mom to waste her energy editing the video because, you know, she hasn't been feeling too good. So
it's been going around.
I didn't want her to waste her precious time and energy.
I still would have edited though.
I know you would have.
I still would have did it.
It's next week's decision day. See, it's next week's decision day because I didn't get a chance to catch the previews for next week because, you know, Unmatchables came on and then I went to bed after. And then after that,
it wasn't on the Unmatchables either. No. I did watch it this morning and it wasn't on it. But I think we have one more episode. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on.
I'm going to look because I'm not
sure
either.
May 12th.
May 12th? Oh my God. I thought that's May 27th. My eyes. I was like, oh no.
But before we bring you guys on, the whole episode, like I said, was just going through the motions. It just was. And
I think they didn't need this episode, to be honest with you.
Well, you said that already.
Sorry, I didn't hear about the cameras.
I don't think we learned anything, but what we did learn is that Virginia and them cats is a hard stop. No, a hard stop.
Next week is Family and Friends. This late?
Another one? Okay.
That's crazy.
All right, here we go. We're gonna bring you up Devontae and
Paul Friends.
Paul Friends.
Hi guys.
Long time no.
I missed you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Missed you guys. We wanted to hear what you guys' thoughts were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last weekend.
What do you think about this boring episode? Or was it boring to you guys? I thought it was boring.
She can go ahead before.
I didn't think it
Okay.
was that boring. Can y'all hear me
Mhm.
okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I didn't think it was that boring. I liked it because everybody was throwing shade at that table while those crabs was just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it. I thought it was funny, hilarious.
I mean, I get it. People were throwing shade. They really were. But here's my thing, Steve Poppers. I know we're on the same page with this. What was Haley's problem that Jacob made him some eggs? I mean, she didn't answer her text. I mean, she know he
Exactly.
gotta eat.
Exactly. I mean, first of all, I thought it was cool that they took separate vehicles. Why would I want to get in the car with you for 4.5 hours and we don't even talk at home? So I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
So
That was a
yeah,
car
so
ride.
he took his own car and she took her own car, so that's fine. So then she has the nerve to be like, "Oh well, you're eating? Yes, I'm eating because I'm hungry, stupid." Yes,
Exactly.
okay. She just wanted to really point out the fact that he was eating eggs, and then she asked him, "How many eggs you eating?" It's none of your business.
Exactly. Listen, if they live in the same house together, that they're fraternity, she know the man eats at least a dozen eggs and at least 5 steaks a day. Does it matter?
That's so disgusting. That just makes my stomach hurt.
That
Yes,
But
that is that
it
is weird
is.
though. He was really
But
sitting there
that
eating
but
these
that's
sunny side eggs.
but that's his cholesterol, not yours. Okay,
I
so
know.
back off. And you already know it's already
Hey,
a thought
hey,
Chloe.
that you have.
Chloe. Yeah. What'd you
So
say, Devontae?
I said he was sitting there eating them eggs like like it was real good.
But that's what he's used to eating, though.
I
The
mean,
steak and
but
that's
eggs.
what
I
he
don't
likes.
understand like all the food you can eat all day. This you only eat them two every day.
I
Well, that's
know.
With
what he
some
eats.
onions. Don't forget the onions.
Like that is beyond weird. Nah, I
Yeah.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
She said I work at the Tipton. Ah!
Is that an inside joke? We don't know what that means, but
It's
okay.
no,
No,
it's a but
the Tipton. If you
Oh,
remember, Zach and Cody.
exact. She don't know that.
I don't do millennials
Oh,
here.
it's yeah. Oh, yeah. That's that millennial stuff.
I'm like, oh, that's an inside joke. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Jeffrey or whatever his name was.
I guess. But how do you think about Haley when the group finally came and then she was telling them like, oh well, like she was telling on Jacob. Like, what's he
Yeah,
supposed to do?
she
Get in trouble?
was. Well, that didn't surprise me because remember, she always does that. She always tries to like embarrass him or anything like that and see if anybody is on her side, even if it's
Uh-huh.
something very, very simple. That's why she did that.
But that's what she get because Brianna was like, it wasn't just him giving attitude. You was too. I'm not gonna lie. She was salty, and then oh, it's Mosby. I'm weak. My bad. See, I'm old too. But look, she be trying to embarrass him. But I think Jacob like tit for tat, be like, okay, I got you. That's what we gonna
Yeah. Well,
play. You
he's
gonna tell
always,
everybody the business? Now let's tell it. That's why when
but he's
Brianna them was
always been like that. He's always brought it right back to her. As soon as she dished it out,
uh,
he brings it
cause he
right
can't
back to
lie
her.
no more. It's 7 more days. That's why he left early. I got 7 more days till I'm
Yeah, I
back
don't
on my
blame him either.
beach.
I don't blame him either. First of all, he was nice to
Hey,
even
Mark, can you
show
grab
up.
this for me
You know
real
what I
quick?
mean? He didn't show up for
He just went
her.
up
He
there,
showed
Vicky.
up
It's just
to see
outside.
all the other couples. So
Mm-hmm.
he was nice to even show up. But every chance she gets, she tries to throw shade at him. She does. She always has.
Then she
Yeah.
gonna
It's
throw
nothing
that
new.
bracelet back at him like she did something. Like, girl, come.
Yeah, it's like it's
Take
like
this little
poochie.
$20 Alabama hat somewhere like it meant something to you.
I don't know. I
Exactly.
think she wanted people on her side. You know what I'm
She
saying?
did.
Like,
She
and it,
did.
it just didn't work. I don't think it worked. The only person who it may have swayed was Virginia, because Virginia is going through her own little issues too.
Right.
She
I
is
mean,
this episode really showed how slow she is.
I
That
just
was just I
wish
was done with
somebody.
Virginia the whole episode. I was like, is she stupid? Is she stupid?
Mm,
I don't think so. I think she just don't care. She just in her own world.
I know I couldn't be her husband because I'm like, are you dumb? Are you dumb?
I think, I originally said that I thought they would make it, but if they do make it, just like the other couples who I said might make it, I don't see it being too long because, okay, so we're moving on to them. Now, I get that Rocky is your emotional support dog, but what are the cats though? Like, why are the cats gotta sleep?
Like, you got a little bit too. You got how many emotional support animals you need? Like, you need a centipede next. You need a snake. Like, we got two.
But see, I've always said this. I've said this the last couple of times. Erik is who he is. We already know he's controlling, but Virginia is not willing to budge either. And perfect example was those doggone cats. She's like, yeah, but they sleep up on me. They sleep on me. She just kept saying that. So, it's like, okay, well, you have a husband that's telling you he's allergic, even though that's kind of suspect too. But anyway, he's telling you that he's allergic, and you're telling me that you're gonna have the cats in bed with you. And she's like, I'm not locking them in a room, but they will have their own room. What's wrong with that?
I'm like, they cats. They cats. They not humans. They spit up fur balls.
Right.
Yeah, but it was just the way that she said they go down my crevices. I'm like, but where are they going to though? Like, where are they moving to? Which crevices are you talking about?
Not those kind of crap.
Listen, if y'all don't know, well, you don't know. I'm gonna tell you. Before I changed into the healthcare management field, I was a nurse for 8 years in my early 20s, and I'm here to tell you, one of my very first jobs when you're doing nursing was, assisted living, stuff like that. And there was a lady had a cat and a dog, and they was in her crevices with peanut butter in her crevices because that's what she liked.
Oh my God, Mom, you just made me throw up in my mouth.
I got plenty of stories to tell.
We know who be doing that. We know about them people.
Oh God.
So, but I'm just saying. So if they sleep and go down her crevices,
they just sometimes because Virginia's going back to what you be saying, about her family and stuff. Yeah. She just wants to be loved. So cats like to be on you and stuff. So she just likes to feel the warmth of another species. Okay. Though it's not a human species.
Right.
Right. But that's fine. That's fine until you go to sleep. And if he doesn't want them in there when he's sleeping, then do some type of compromise. You can have them up on you when you get home from work, but then when it's time to go to bed, just put them in the other room. That's all. It's not like you're locking them up in a crate or anything. Just put them in the other room. So she's not willing to compromise in that at all. And he's getting more frustrated because first it was the dog, now it's the cats.
Mm-hmm. He don't like Rocky at all. Rocky, do it. I don't know, but Kimberly Rivers brought up a good point. She said Virginia doesn't believe Erik in his cat allergy, which brings me to a couple episodes back. Didn't it? Well, at least to me, didn't it kind of seem like Erik didn't really have an allergy? He was just like,
Yeah, that's why I said it's such
a huge allergy. But you don't have to have a huge allergy. If you said he has an allergy and you got cats and they sleep in the bed, maybe not. It's possible. It's possible,
but I feel like he's not really allergic. He just don't care for them. That's all. Mm-hmm. That's all that is.
I'm just trying to figure out why your cats gotta sleep in the bed every night. Like we already got 2 dogs. This is not the zoo. This is our bed where we trying to take a nap. They don't got no ownership in this pillow. That's what they used to sleep with you when you were single. You ain't single no more. They got to go on the floor. Right. Yeah. Or put them a cat tower in a corner somewhere in the closet. Whatever.
But she ain't budging. She's not budging on that. You can see it on her face.
So what do we think about the when they were driving to Hilton Head and Erik was like, "Why are you always talking to me like that on camera? You always do this to me when the camera's on. I don't like that." Do you think that she intentionally says that when they're filming because she can't say it any other way, or else he'll start going off on her? I think so.
I think so as well. Yeah.
Possible.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
I never thought about that because Erik seems to give the same energy on camera that I assumed that he would get off camera, because I don't think he would be like he was going on.
But
Like,
off camera, he has been like, with a few curse words. They showed that.
Definitely, I think so for sure. Camera all around. Exactly. If y'all don't know, Courtney and Eddie also are YouTubers.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like
yes,
them.
I
I
watched
like
them
them.
too. I watched them too. Yes.
See, I do too.
Mm-hmm.
So check them out if you don't know who they are, Courtney and Eddie.
Yeah.
But I just think, I don't know. I think Erik and Virginia. Oh, personally, I think Virginia needs counseling for her drinking, because remember they said they had another halfway drunk argument.
I was about to say that. They said she was like, we had a little drunk argument, like then Dr. Pepper. Okay.
Exactly. Dr. Pepper already said, you need to try to talk without the alcohol.
But then Virginia say, oh, we don't. And then she said, then she tell the girls they be arguing over little things. But then the week before, she told her sister, we don't argue about the little things. Like, which one is it?
Exactly. Very contradictory, for sure. What do you say? I don't like cats. I'm with her with all the kids.
But even when they go out on like a supposedly date or whatever, Erik is always bringing up something. Like, he just feels like he could never really relax. He's always reprimanding her on something that she did or said. All the time. Whether it's in the car, whether they having a picnic, whether they fishing, he'll bring up something with that little smirk on his face. He always does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people think that Erik isn't reprimanding.
Really?
Oh,
no.
He don't look comfortable. His shoulders always like uptight. Like, even when he be like, hey, like, that's not, he look like he just tense.
Yeah. Always tense, for sure. And again, for someone who doesn't like to be, they just want to be show like lovey on camera. You can't see what's
gonna come back
off camera. I think that's
her, take that down.
That's her opportunity to say something to Erik.
So you're telling me, Mom, that's the way you're trying to convince me.
Okay.
That Erik be going off on Virginia off camera?
Absolutely.
Oh yes, he's done it. He's done it before. He's cursed her out. Right?
I agree with Courtney.
In your 25 years of living, wasn't that your last video?
It was me.
Okay. He goes, take it from your mouth. He goes off on her.
Yeah,
off camera for sure.
They showed it.
Courtney and Eddie, I agree with y'all.
Yeah,
they said he treated like a child, but sometimes she act like a child.
Very true.
Yeah, that conversation, going back to the cat thing in bed, that was so annoying to me. I'm like, did they cut this off? Go to commercial.
And I just feel like they just can't never have a serious conversation without her. Like, she make it kiddie. Like, when they was talking about the cat, she was like, oh, but they just so cute. They just climb all up. Like, this is serious. I don't care what your little cats do.
Yeah.
Well, even when they was at the table and he was starting to get real serious about the moving in, and she was trying, I guess, to defend herself, but she said it like in a kiddie-ish voice, with that funny little smile on her face. So I feel like she's just not taking him seriously, but yet she's standing strong on what she wants.
I think so.
She getting on my nerves with that condo thing. I don't agree with her. That's stupid to me. It just so like with the pets, his house is in a pet friendly home. Like, you act like why we stay at your small apartment? It don't make no sense.
It doesn't make sense. But did you hear her say that? Oh, well, you could rent out yours. I'm thinking, why would I rent out mine?
I did say that.
Right, be like, you can break your lease in 4 months. You're not making no sense.
Yeah,
exactly. He has a mortgage, but you have a lease. Why would he rent out his home? Because, well, she knows that the cats aren't going to be welcome there, and the dog isn't either. But Rocky's already there, but she don't want to go. She don't want to go.
My thing is, if
she doesn't want to go,
if
she's
he
not going
all this time, why you just can't get a cat sitter for when he come back and then bring the cats back when he leaves? He got the money.
Well, who's watching the cats now? Because they're not at the house.
Right.
Them cats need to go to the SPCA. Okay, you want to get? Do you want the marriage or you want the cats? Okay, them cats gonna die.
Stop. She loves them cats. Well,
wait, hold on. Because there was also another conversation that they had in the boat. I didn't really get all of the conversation because it was pretty much, the same conversation that they always have, where Erik thinks she's gonna run, and he just wants her to feel comfortable in the relationship. Do you think Virginia's gonna run?
Why
If she's gonna say yes on decision, because I think she's gonna say yes.
I think she's definitely capable of that for sure.
Nah, she about to get that. She about to get that half of that hanger. I see what she doing. She about to get that money. She gonna
She
stick
won't
it.
be there long enough to get half of nothing, if you ask me.
You don't
And I
think
agree
so?
with no. And I agree with you, Courtney. Can't keep themselves. No, because see, I think all the people that's gonna say yes, I think most of them are gonna be short term on this season. I think this whole season is a wash. I've said it like
Millions of times.
I said it week 3. Honestly, but that was just my opinion.
Ain't nobody as delusional as Clara. Delusional with a capital D and an L at the end.
Delusional. We'll get to them. But I want to move on to Brianna and Vincent.
You know what, with Brianna and Vincent? I was driving to work today because I knew we was going to do a live later, and I was like, Vincent got me messed up.
Remember you said on the way to work?
It was. Because I was like, if I was making a video, I was like, I've been trying to hold out for Vincent. I really like him. I think he's cute. I think he has an okay personality. We could be friends. But can we be anything more than friends? No, because if I was Brianna, I would tell him verbatim, whatever the words are. You got me messed up. Like, how are you going to sit here and say that I have to move into your tiny 1-bedroom apartment with a little porch when I got a big, luscious house just because he wants to feel macho? I don't like that.
Well, that's only a small part of the issue.
I think that's the biggest part of their issue. He wants to be the manly man of the relationship, run thing. Brianna is trying to hold out. Was like, Beanie, I think we should.
This is like the conversation I had with you last night about Brianna. That's exactly what I said.
It is what you said.
It
I'm
is.
adding on to it.
But here's my thing. You can surprise Vincent.
You can't do nothing.
He don't want to go horseback ride.
He don't want to do anything. Nothing that he himself doesn't, initiates. He don't want to do it. He's not interested.
But it don't make no sense why he gets so mad because he like, I look a fool. Bro, you don't look a fool enough. Your wife ain't no horseback rider. Like, she don't know what she doing either. Just get on the horse. You walking with the horse. If you was gonna die, you was gonna die right there.
Well, maybe he'll feel better once the cameras go away. What do you guys think about that?
No.
What do you guys think about him doing these different activities and not looking silly or embarrassed if the cameras are not there? You think he would be more prone to doing them?
No.
I low-key figured out like why she don't want to have a baby with him, and it kind of makes sense because for her to have a baby, Vince kind of act like a baby. Every time she got to coddle him once he do something. Come on, you can do it, Vinny. You can do it. Then he have a little tantrum like a kid in the store when he can't do it right. She don't feel like she just ain't got time for that. Like, I can't be having to comfort you and comfort the baby. You act like a baby, Vince. You need some therapy or something.
He definitely needs to look into therapy for sure. He's definitely gives we've talked about the macho vibe for sure. If it's not his way, he don't want to do it. And I agree with the Courtney Day show. I agree that cameras or no cameras, he's not with it. You can just see it in his face. If it's not something he plans because he knows he's good at that, don't take him there. Don't surprise him. Don't talk about it. Don't mention it. Whatever word goes there, don't do it with Vincent.
And that's stupid. Why wouldn't you want your wife to surprise? She's surprise you with like horseback riding. That's live.
But even if you don't want to, at least try. You don't have to have a sourpuss face about it all the time. You just don't have to. And I understand people don't like surprises, but he just don't like nothing.
I think that was Brianna's fault last night because after that first salsa lesson and everything went south, she should have already knew. Like, I would not have even done it again. I would have like looked and said, I've been wanting to go horseback riding. I scheduled something for me, and if you want to go, you can come along too. But I feel like he would have attitude about that too, if he wasn't included. Like, what
But
you mean?
Yeah, because he
don't you
wasn't
feel like you
included.
gonna break up with somebody eventually if they don't like nothing you do for them?
Yeah,
Like
some people
you ain't gonna be here for
don't.
that.
Some people don't like surprises. I will say I'm definitely guilty of that. My fiance is always trying to surprise me, and I'm like, okay, because I'm a Virgo, so I need to know where I'm going, what type of clothes I need, how many
Lord, I'm married
days.
to a Virgo. I already know.
So
Y'all
I
just
need to
ain't no
know that.
surprising.
So
Y'all gonna
it's
be like, you gonna tell me? You gonna
yes.
tell me?
Oh my God, I will bug him until he tells me, and then he still won't tell me. But I'm like, okay, you have to tell me what type of clothes I need because I don't just like to be, not prepared because I'm a Virgo. So we always like to be prepared. So it's very hard for him to surprise me, but he knows my personality already. So if he does surprise me, it's not going to be something like outlandish where I'm just going to be like, oh no, I'm not doing parasailing. No, you must be crazy. No, something like that. Even though we have done parasailing, but I'm just saying.
Side note. Paw Prince, what month were you born in?
September 2nd.
What about
my
your wife?
wife, September 3rd. What?
I'm in
That's my
September
Virgo.
too. I'm in
Oh my
September too.
God.
September
Uh-huh.
23rd.
That's right.
Okay.
The 23rd. I'm
Look,
on the cusp, but that's neither here nor
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, so I mean, it's hard definitely to surprise a Virgo for sure. I will definitely say
only
that.
thing you can surprise a Virgo with is a proposal, and you can barely do that. That got to be right.
Yeah, yes, because that was actually really really stressful for him too because I was asking so many questions. Why you keep disappearing? What is going on? I don't like this and da. I actually had an attitude with him the day that he actually did propose. So it was crazy.
Wow. So
Yeah.
GVD says Bree's also engineer. Could it be an inferiority complex? Inferiority complex for who? Her or Vinny? Because I don't think she's.
Why would it be for her?
I'm just asking.
I didn't get why she mentioned like I'm on the same level as you. What was that? Like she
Well,
said
maybe
that
going through
she
the
said
process
that.
only, just this process. But as far as like work-life balance, that's not true because again, she's an engineer. He just started selling cars. We saw her place, and then we saw his place. Remember, he's looking at her shoes. He's like, "Oh, do you need that? Do you need this?" So he said he was frugal. We saw how much money she spends. So she's not trying to compromise and move to no one bedroom. Like, where her stuff gonna go?
Yeah.
All right.
That's going to be a big, big problem for them. But I will say this. I don't understand why she feels as though this man has to get up when she gets up. She was still aggravating him to get up. I was like, Brianna, stop. Let him
I know.
sleep.
That was stupid. She was like, "Are you up?"
Yes, stop.
If
Touching
you
his
asking
head
me,
and
am I
everything.
up? I'm not
I
up.
mean, like hitting his head and everything, and he didn't flip on her, but you could tell he was irritated. And he was like, "Yes, and you still won't stop." He did
Nope.
say
That's
that.
that's what's gonna happen when them cameras start. Be like, "Oh my God, go in
Like,
the living room.
like
Go,
stop. Like
go."
Exactly.
stop.
Even
Just put
Nobody
me on a
wants
walk.
that.
I don't know what you
the
need to do.
viewer, we're seeing this. We're like, Brianna, why, Brianna? Don't do that. Like, Brianna.
Especially
Do that.
I think all the people that like sleep was really getting mad at Brianna.
Yes. I was like,
Well, I was
stop.
upset
Like,
with Brianna because he told her a couple episodes ago, and she still did it.
she still
They
did.
talked. They talked to the counseling about this,
But I
and
mean, when they talked to Dr. Pepper, she didn't even seem like she was. She was like, "Is that something you willing to do?" She was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Look, it
No.
sounded like a lie, so I knew she was gonna be still like, "Vinny."
Because she's measuring the fact that when he goes to bed, he's on his phone. You don't know what he's doing on his phone. Okay, he can be setting up appointments for the next day. You don't know what he's doing. She's like, okay, but he's on his phone for an hour. She expects him to go right to sleep. So in this way, he can get up in the morning when she gets up. But I mean, husband and wife just don't get up like that. They just
I'm gonna
don't.
take a cue from the Courtney and Eddie show that I saw, and I thought this was the perfect analogy. Courtney said that she wants to build a bear, and I
Mm-hmm.
agree. She wants to build a bear.
What do you mean?
What does she mean? Like, was she just, or which one? I'm not sure who's on, but the picture perfect marriage. Eat breakfast. She wants to build a bear. I agree with that.
She wants to change to what she wants.
But
I think she had her marriage like already written out. It's like we gonna wake up, we gonna go bike ride, we gonna ride horses. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
I don't know. What does Vinny want? He wants to sleep. Oh, hey, Courtney. He wants to sleep, and he wants things done his way. He wants to go to Disneyland. He wants to go to the cigar bar. If it's not on that list, he don't want it.
Yeah.
He don't want it. That's just what it is. But what do we think about? Let's just jump to the scene where we'll go to Ryan and Clara last. When they all was in there, just eating the crabs that Haley and Jacob got. Now, see, was it me or was it like, why is Vinny the most scaredy cat of them all?
Yeah, he was. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely was. And I was like, why is the pot so little? The pot's supposed to be deeper than that.
Why was the pot so little?
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. And how everything came around the table, how it was like, and Erik had the nerve to think everything was awkward. I'm like, Erik thinks things are awkward? Erik, of all people?
I mean, Erik's not awkward.
He been lying the whole episode, talk about I'm not. What he say? He was like, I'm not like an ultimatum giving person. I was like,
I know. I was like, you are a liar, sir. You just gave her an ultimatum last episode. You always give her an ultimatum about everything.
I was about to be like, are you Claire's cousin?
Like if she don't like something, she can.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's always saying that, and she should have called them out on it. She should have. That would have been a perfect opportunity to say, ultimatums, you're the king of that. What are you talking about? You do it every time we're together, every time we have a conversation. It's either your way or it is what it is. That's what he always says. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now let's you have something else to say about that.
About who?
Anybody besides Ryan and Clara?
No, let's just go to Ryan and Clara and then we can just jump back to everyone else. I mean, I don't really have anything to say about Ryan and Clara because usually I would have a ton of notes, but this episode, like, it was so hard for me to pick out something because they just weren't giving anything. But Ryan's love letter, that was more so like a thank you letter.
Yes, it was. Absolutely. It was like a thank you Hallmark card.
You know what? He needs to make Hallmark cards because that was actually a very nice card he made. I would send that to someone.
But you know, I'm disappointed in Ryan because
disappointed or surprised?
I'm disappointed in Ryan because when they got married, the steps that he took before he met Clara with the blindfolds and the reading of the vows and making it sentimental, special to them, he took that time to do all of that. Mm-hmm. Not one couple has ever done that before. Mm-mm. You know, to make it the surprise that we see each other at the same time and blah, blah, blah. That his journey on Married at First Sight has been lackluster compared to that. I was expecting more.
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
Awesome. I was expecting more. And that thank you letter just proved why he's been lackluster. And the way he signed off like love Ryan, he didn't tell her he loved her, even though Clara thought so.
He didn't.
When you're young, they teach you how to write a letter. Well, they used to. I don't know what they do anymore. Whether like love, whoever, or sincerely in the second grade.
Yeah. So when you send a Hallmark, when you send a card, you sign it, love, whatever.
Exactly. So that wasn't saying I love you, and I think Clara thought so.
Bro, she started bawling. It was like, he said it. I was like, no.
That's because
he love Ryan. He did not say, I love you, Ryan. Right. You got to listen. It's key words in there. You're going to get caught up.
Mm-hmm. Does Ryan have a ghostwriter? No, it sounds like Ryan because it's all dry.
I mean, it's nice. Ryan does nice things, but he fails to perform in the most crucial areas.
He's lackluster.
I don't think he listened to her. I think, like, for real, he just be looking at her like this. But I think he tuned her out and he just be like, sure.
Right. Yeah. All right. Sure. Whatever you want. Right. But if you notice, Clara always when they have to write something, she's always writing from her heart. She's always writing with emotion. So I wasn't surprised with that, you know? So
I know her stuff be sounding straight off Lifetime. I can't
oh
wait
my
to say
gosh.
yes. I can't say wait to yes. Decision.
Devontae, I promise I said that last night. I'm like, this is like a Lifetime movie with them. I said that last night. It does sound like a Lifetime. So I don't know. I just I mean, this episode didn't really give me much to me. It didn't give me much. Did it give much to you, Devontae, or you, Paul Prince? Like, what did you take from this episode? Because it wasn't really too much.
But let me ask you guys this. Did you guys notice that Vincent said it 2 times that something about his weight, he has to lose weight or something like that? Do you think Brianna is in his ear about that weight of his?
I'm not sure.
No, I think it's him. I think every time he walk past his shirt's like he got a little gut. But it ain't even nothing. It's just like, I mean, you ain't really been doing nothing.
He said it twice, and I was like, I wonder if she's on him about that weight. Because she said,
but
we have to get back to exercising. And she said, yes, we do. That's what she said.
Yeah, but like he around Jake and Ryan, they all like built.
Yeah.
And Erik skinny, so he like really the fat boy of the group.
Yeah. I was just wondering.
He has mentioned a few times, even back to that salsa dance. He's like, oh, my shirt's too tight. Well, you knew your shirt was tight when you put it out.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to get another shirt. You just got to go up in size. What's wrong with that? You may not like it, but that's what you have to do. Yeah. Right. But outside of that,
what do you think? Because I honestly believe Ryan and Clara are going to say yes at decision day. I don't remember if they were my pick. I don't think they were my pick. But I think
they were my pick.
But I definitely think they are. Do you think they're ever going to move out of what Clara calls the friendship stage?
No, I don't. And Clara said a couple weeks ago, remember when she was doing her vent session, that he's got 6 months.
Why would he do that shit?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they will definitely say yes, both of them on decision day.
Yeah, I think but because they've already started moving in together. So my thing is like into his house though. Well, that's still his house. Mm-hmm. So I think they'll say yes on decision day. I just don't think. Honestly, I don't think any of the couples, and that includes Brianna and Vincent, should say yes on decision day. But I think that at least 3 out of the 5 couples outside of Haley and Paige are going to say yes. I honestly think so.
Yeah. Well, I guess Paige didn't get no checks and she wasn't there at all.
Oh, well, we're going to see them coming up though.
Oh, we are.
Oh Lord. Yes. I bet you he probably been macking her off camera. My bad, y'all. I was talking about something else. It ain't had nothing to do with y'all. I literally thought I muted it. It must did take.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, of course he's been macking her off camera because look at what the decision day where she's indecisive.
They heard around the world. I see that posted everywhere.
Wow. Oh my goodness, that's heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. I'm so disappointed with that.
But I think most of them gonna say yes though, because a lot of them just don't want to look stupid on TV, even though they look stupid on TV.
Oh my God! Could you imagine if Erik said yes and Virginia said no? The steam that will be coming from his ears. Oh,
He gonna break. I think he gonna cry. He gonna have a mental breakdown. Like, I just didn't want to get left again. But like, Erik, this is why you get left. But for real, if she do say no, is he really losing something with Virginia? What are you losing? She not ready to be married. She don't understand that she can't sleep on friends' couches as a married person. She can't get that. She don't understand that I'm allergic to cats. The cat can't sleep in the bed. So something wrong with her.
Yeah.
Like, you not losing nothing with her. And there's another YouTuber said his last girl was fine. I ain't seen her yet.
You ain't seen her?
You didn't see the picture?
I got the picture.
You want to see the picture?
I gotta see it because they said she was fine.
That makes you mean the one that he was married to?
Ex-wife?
Yeah, ex-wife.
Oh, the ex-wife.
Hold on, let's let her go through all her many pictures in her phone. She's gonna find it for you. We did show you all the picture of what was that? Chris marrying Chris, right? With Paige's face.
No.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh yeah. I saw that one.
Okay.
I want to see what Ryan. I want to see what Ryan ex-girlfriend looked like. Cause I just want to know. Why, who was the last victim? Who was the last victim that ain't got nothing for who stuck in for 2 years? Cause Clara looked like she's new. She's not new to this. She true to this.
Oh yeah. See? Oh yeah. She's pretty.
Ooh, wow.
So,
Yeah, he took the left
that's
turn.
his ex-wife, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would have stuck it out for 6 years.
You don't know what you would have done. She could have had a terrible attitude. She could have had cats too. You never know. So
I don't know, but like,
But
based
Ryan,
on
I mean, not Ryan. Erik got a lot to concentrate on. He's trying to get her at his place for her to move in. He's fighting with the dog. He's fighting with the cat. Now he has a bigger problem, which is her drinking. So it's like, I don't know what to do.
But you know what? I say this all the time, not on camera, but just in my regular life. You know when it's your person. When it's your person, you don't have to work so hard.
Right.
You don't have to work so hard to. You're not going to agree on everything all the time because no one agrees on everything. But you're not going to go too far off the mark to get someone back to come around and be back to who you are. If you got to keep working on and keep really badgering, that's not your person.
Yeah.
Just because even though they're going through this process, they're not each other's person. They just aren't. Virginia, even though, like I said, that she wants a family, she still does, but she's just not ready for that right now. She's not ready.
No, she's not
She's not ready to give up anything. She doesn't see there's anything wrong with what she's doing.
No.
There's no compromising.
And then they always keep a track like, oh, we had 3 good days in a row. I'm like, this is a relationship. I don't know why you keep counting the good days. Like sometimes you have a good week and sometimes it's every other day. This is called a relationship. It's not gonna be, why are you counting the good days? Like, oh, we were 7 days good. Like it don't matter.
Exactly. So to me, that is a tit for tat kind of thing. Because if you count good days, you count everything else too. And that is not a good relationship. That's not your person. You know, yeah, you want to come on this show to find supposedly the love of your life, but it just didn't work out this season for really any of us.
the whole cast.
For the whole cast. The whole cast.
I hope hey Jake don't say because
Jake
I really hope he got it. Because I'm like,
that would be the shock of the season.
But would she say yes because she don't want to fail though? Because she talked about she don't want to fail. So would she want to do one last reset?
Haley is faking the funk for the cameras. That's exactly what she's doing. She does not want Jake, and he does not want her.
I think Haley would say yes because she's
why?
It's so like basically saying she wants to make it seem like I've been doing this, I've been trying because I like I said I never been to Haley or Jacob. At the beginning, I didn't really see where Haley had to apologize to Jacob. Still don't see it, but Jacob and Haley, Jacob has always apologized to Haley, and Jacob actually has been trying. Especially with the last episode with the affinity bracelet that she never wore and that her mama got, and her mama was even like, well, if he wanted, I can come down to Atlanta to come get it to him from Alabama. Like that whole energy, it's just like
But he never asked for it. He never asked for that bracelet back. He didn't.
He literally just said, I just want you to have it here somewhere. Have it as an option.
As an option, he never said that. So for her to sit there and turn that whole thing around and then gas her mother up and be like, oh, well, he wants it back, and the mother, instead of the mother putting the daughter in the place, you can see the apple don't fall far from the tree with that. Then she just sent for it and then just gave it back to him just like that. He didn't want that bracelet back.
Exactly.
She missed the whole point. She missed the whole point, and she turned it around on him like she always does.
I
think she just wants to seem like she's better than Jacob. Like, you see, I'm doing this while Jacob is over here, calling me out on my BS. How dare him?
To save face?
Yes.
She need to save her breath. How about that?
Yes. Because I feel like this.
Moving on.
I feel like Haley acts like Jacob should be. He should be. I guess I'm coming up with the wrong word. How dare he not want her? Even though she's giving him all this energy, how dare he give it right back to her? She thinks she's better than him. She always has.
Mm-hmm.
She always has.
I think so too.
Oh, on Unfiltered, he said he asked for it back.
It was unappreciated. Yeah.
Well, she can get even the 800.
I mean, I want it back too. That's $800. We not making it to a decision day any day. Give me my money back.
Exactly.
That's how I feel. That's how I felt. What's her name from last season? When
Which
she
one?
gave him that ring. What is her name? That nurse he didn't like.
Olivia.
Yeah,
Oh, Olivia.
When she gave Brett that ring, I'm like, is she gonna get that ring back? Because
Brett
wasn't here for it.
Technically, you're not supposed to give gifts back.
Well,
technically.
And technically, you're not supposed to waste my time on Married First Sight, but things happen. So
I think this episode exposed every couple. Like, cause everybody had like, oh, Brianna and Vince, they cool, they perfect. They only got this. Nah, they got way more. They got a lot more problems than they were showing
in the beginning. Yeah.
And they are definitely mismatched. Like, how do you match someone who's allergic to cats with someone who has cats? How do you match?
He didn't put it on his paper.
So do y'all really think Bree is scared to have a baby, or is she kind of using that high blood pressure as an excuse?
I think she's scared to have a baby.
Cause I get mixed vibes. Like some of it's like she's scared, but I'm like, then it's like I don't know. Some of it's like maybe she's trying to use it to not have a baby this year.
I think she's scared to have a baby because of her high blood pressure, yes. And I think she's just overall scared to have a baby
because of having a baby. Like, you just don't know what to expect, whether, you have it naturally or C-section. That's a scary thought if you never had a baby before.
Now, what she should have did was go to Vincent and say, okay, you see how terrified you was to get on that 1,200-pound animal? Okay, put yourself in my shoes as far as having a baby. It's something like that.
Get on that horse for 9 months and ride.
Yeah, that's what she should have said. You see how terrified you are? Well, that's how terrified I am to actually give birth. That's what she should have said. And maybe he would have understood a little bit more.
Now, Paul Prince, now you know that's not going to work.
That's not going to work. But that's a good try, though.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
I am kind of mad at him, though. I really think he need to, like, drop the kids thing. Like, dude, you only been with her a month. You already trying to, like, get her pregnant. Like, you still don't know her for real. I'm like, get to know her. Y'all ain't even got a good year of off camera. Like, you ain't figured nothing out. You sure you want her to be your baby mom? Your first kid's mama? You sure? You don't even know her yet.
Well, he says he wants 3. He didn't even say 1. He said 3, and she's terrified to have 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he sure did.
3. He said 3.
Whoever it is going to give him 3 babies because that's what
popping out no. She ain't popping out. Them kids gonna be spaced out with her. That's not happening. Boom, back to back. Not with her. He gonna have to work for that first one.
Yeah, for sure. I can't really see it. I don't know. I think he's gonna start pressuring her, and that's where the big conflict is gonna come in.
I also think they're awkward. They're becoming awkward on camera too, Vincent and Brianna.
You do?
Yeah, I honestly do because she knows that she has to tiptoe around what she has to say.
She been through that.
Yeah, but you can like see it now
for real. Like you can see it. So yeah.
Jesus.
What? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
You can always tell.
And I think if she really just sits down and he's gonna get mad either way. You already know this. But if she just really sits down and give him more details, give him a whole list of why she's afraid, and put the high blood pressure at the top of the list and say, I'm just scared. I'm scared of, because of my high blood pressure, I'm scared of delivering, I'm scared of a C-section, everything. Just tell him everything so he can understand a little bit more and maybe go from there. I don't know. And then talk about adoption, because the fact that he doesn't want to even talk about that at all, it's like, come on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think Vincent really cares. He just wants it his way or no way. But Elisa,
He did say something real good, talking about he let it slip with the sugar mama comment. I believe it.
I didn't
I
hear
believe
that.
it.
Everyone's been saying that, but I didn't hear him say that.
I don't know. It's starting to add up, because if you think about it, he was talking about, oh, my last girl didn't support me. Like, did she not support you? Like, you can do it, or did she not like invest in you? Like, maybe that was it. And like, I don't know. And then Vincent was naming all this stuff he want to do, but this the same person that don't want to spend $200 on a date. But I want to go to Disney World. I'm like, Disney World gonna cost you way more than $200
ticket to get in.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
So,
But
I don't know.
what else was really on his list that was doable? I mean, I heard him say Disney World. What else did he have anything on his list that was exciting? No, right?
No, nobody wants to go to a cigar bar.
Well,
All right, why would you tell your wife that? Ain't nothing sexy about you and your wife puffing cigars together. Give me a kiss with your cigar breath.
He can go do that with his boys. I mean, his list wasn't impressive. I guess that's why she was looking at him like that. Like, okay, well, your list is doable, but I'm talking about something exciting and adventurous, and he's just not that dude. He is not that dude. He is not.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're gonna make it.
He did say the zoo. I was like, you never been to the zoo, but I guess not.
I don't think they're gonna make it. I think they may make it to the decision day and they're gonna get a divorce.
Oh, I definitely haven't watched that episode back then.
She's gonna get bored. She's gonna get bored really fast. Because if she's adventurous and he's definitely not, then it's no middle ground. Because
because I'm sorry to cut you off. There's already no middle ground, because anytime you have to tiptoe around someone else, there's already no middle ground.
Right.
To me, because you never know what's gonna make them upset.
Right.
You never know what's gonna make them happy. You always have to do what they want to do, and whatever you want to do, you'll never do what you want to do. You always just be in the background.
That's why she doesn't discuss it with him beforehand, because she knows he's gonna say no.
What she need to do is she need to talk to them cousins who said on the wedding day, be like, he good, but he got an anger issue. You need to sit down and be like, about his anger issue. What happened with him as a kid? Like something a little off about him. Like she need to know. She need to get down to the nitty gritty, because something ain't right. I'm like, because if he did such this good dude, ain't no such. I don't like people that be like, oh, I'm such a good person and all that. Be like, but you single? Something wrong with you, bro.
I feel like I'm a good person and I'm still single.
Oh, that's different for females. I'm talking about. I feel like it's a lot of good women out here, but unfortunately, it's too many, y'all.
That's true. There's too many of us.
There's too many women to one man. It's a different world we live in.
Wall Street or Ellis Island. Yeah, I guess. Maybe you just need to stay local. I don't know.
Say Erik, Virginia, Brianna, Vincent, Clara, Ryan will say yes.
I mean, he just. I mean, I just couldn't be with somebody that's everything that you possibly suggest. It's gonna end up being a no. Or he does say yes, then you got to be worried about, okay, once we start doing it, are you going to catch attitude later? It's like, that is absolutely walking on eggshells. That's horrible.
Be like, you so embarrassed. If you get embarrassed, if you do anything and you get embarrassed, you get mad at me for you messing up. I mean, what did I do?
Yeah. So what is he going to teach his kids if they have kids? That you can't fail, or if you do something silly, you have to be able to laugh at yourself sometimes too. That makes life a little easier. Stop carrying around all that stress like that. It's just so stressful.
Yeah, I can't tell if he need therapy or like anger management. I can't really tell.
Both.
Both.
Yep.
Well,
But Brianna,
I saw Vincent on live, and he said that some of us are just haters out here. So maybe we just hating on Vincent.
Everybody don't be hating on nothing. Like, I'm not hating on not never going to
well, ain't nobody hating on
No,
you,
ain't
but
nobody hating on him.
like
We
you
just
got
saying
mad
that
because
he
you
needs
couldn't
to
do the
open
Cupid
up.
shuffle.
Yeah, he just needs to open up a little bit and just, and stop closing himself off in a box saying he can't do it, he don't want to do it, and all of that. Just open yourself up a little bit, especially if you have a spouse that likes to do these things. Just try. That's all.
Right.
Do you?
So Kimberly, hold on, Devontae, please.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I think will end up on couples cam? Brianna and
Oh
Vincent.
God.
No.
Done.
I hope not.
Well, I'd rather see them than
Then Clara and Ryan, or because they're boring.
I definitely don't. Well, I don't watch couples cam anyway.
I don't either. But if you're gonna have someone, I don't know. That's a good question. We'll all be surprised together.
I
Everybody could
watch
be on
Couple
there.
Cam. I watch it, but I don't think anybody from this whole season should be on there at all.
Yes, Alicia B. I did not see him on Latoya Forever, but I did see him when I was on live with Von Ray. I guess they're cool because I used to watch Latoya Forever. I don't watch it right now because I just don't. But
She said Vincent is friends with Chris. I'm weak.
Mm.
why are you surprised? Vincent was always cool with Chris. What does Vincent have to do with
Kumar wants to know. Is it good?
Yeah, I like it. I like all the couples that they have on there.
Ain't it just
Good.
basically Married at First Sight with people who used to be on there giving
Yeah,
commentary?
it's couples that has been married for 2 years, 5 years, 1 year, whatever. But it's all the couples that I like, so I watch it.
Anybody could be on there because Miles and Karen on there.
Yeah, Miles and
Brianna.
Karen, Woody's on there. Who I would love to see on there is Bennett and Amelia. I would love to see them on there and see what they're doing since they moved to Virginia.
what?
they do?
How do you know? You saw
What?
that?
She must live in Atlanta.
Where's the receipts? I want to see the receipts.
Oh no. Work together?
Wow. Yeah.
So do y'all think Clara could be getting the same bad edit as Karen? I mean, as Karen did, like Ryan. I mean, Ryan. Is he
Ryan?
getting the same bad? Because you see how she's talking about she in love with him, but from what we see, it don't look like it was. It looked like how could you be in love with him? He don't even listen. So he must be getting a bad edit if she's so in love with him, or is she delusional? One of the two.
I think she's delusional with a capital D and an L at the end.
I think she is too. She wanted so bad. Any word that she hear that starts with the L, she's like, "Oh, great, thank God."
Like he said, he loved seafood, but did you see how long that he held out the love? It was me in there. It was me in there.
I think if you're really feeling someone, even if you're on the road to loving someone, you would still see it. The things that they do on their trip and then day to day.
Ryan would be more caring. He would be more affectionate than he is knowing, because it's not like he doesn't know that that's what Clara wants. He knows that's what Clara wants from Clara and the experts. And the fact that he doesn't want to give it to
He said just a bad perm. I'm weak.
I know that's right. Yeah.
I'm weak.
he does have a bad perm. And it don't move either. I his hair in
No,
bed.
it don't, 'cause,
He
it
put
don't
that. Oh,
move.
he put that good stick stuff in his hair. He got that got to be glued.
No, ma'am.
That gorilla glue. Gorilla glue.
That might be a little slab of Gorilla Glue with a little got to be.
Yeah, cause
No,
and it's
ma'am.
real straight too. What kind of perm is that?
Mm-hmm.
But what happened to? I swear they showed a piece of the episode where she was meeting with his mom. What happened to that?
They clearly took it out. Who knows?
I swear on the little preview, it said like she walked in and seen his mom. She was like, "My son getting on your nerves, ain't he?"
Weird.
She said with his 4C beard. Oh,
And that's true, because his beard is nappy. His beard is nappy.
man,
My Las Vegas thing.
I like that.
You can
They're
laugh,
everywhere.
Mom. You can laugh, Mom.
She know it's true. She know. I don't know. I thought he was getting a bad edit. I don't.
He's like, and I don't think Karen got a bad edit either. Karen was just doing the normal things that Karen did in every single episode. How can someone edit you bad and you act the same in every single episode?
Yeah, I agree with that.
But like, is she like?
Mm-mm.
I just don't get why she like him, and I don't get like why he holding the love word. Like the way he described the love, like I don't want it to like lose its value. It just don't like when he say it just don't. None of the stuff he say about love make no type of sense.
I'm still tickled, y'all. When I get tickled, take me a minute. Go ahead.
It's true. It's true.
I'll be laughing at that for a minute, like hours.
Every time you see his little slick, you gonna be cracking up.
I am.
Yeah, just like
his little flat iron.
I don't know.
His little flat iron swoop.
I don't know. My wife was feeling Jacob, and she don't even like white dudes. She was like, he needs to keep the beard.
No, Jacob was giving me late 80s, early 90s vibe with the beard and the little glasses, thinking I'm about to hear some New Jack Swing and people walking past in this episode.
Jacob he still looked a little handsome to me with those glasses on. He did. He was just sitting there and Haley is so competitive. She wanted to win the game, and I mean, I just don't like that about this lady.
If she would compete in her relationship, they could be everything.
Oh yeah.
Man.
If she compete the way she compete. So did y'all?
Going back to what Chica said, I mean, I just don't think Ryan has that other side of Clara. Because I felt like we would have seen something, just maybe a little bit to redeem. Because Karen, she had her times where she was saying that she felt Miles, even though I kind of still feel like they don't, but that's just my personal opinion. But with Ryan, you really don't see anything.
I thought they had a little moment when she read her note. He gave her a kiss on the lips.
Yeah. Jacob was gonna be fine.
Like, oh, you ain't giving her no more friendship kisses like that's your daughter on the side of the head. Okay.
Better than stranger bracelets.
That will always be funny.
What she saying?
She said better than a stranger bracelet.
Oh. But you know what? I think Haley is going to try to give it to Jacob again during decision day, and Jacob is going to be ready for it. Trust me. I just love it because he doesn't raise his voice. He keeps the same temperament, but he gives it right back to her. I mean, I just love it. Love it. Every time she opens her mouth, he gives it. He's right there.
He said, "What's his Instagram page?" She trying to get on with Jay.
Instagram page. I saw it, but I scrolled right past it because I don't want to follow you.
But I also think that Haley is again saving face for the camera, like we discussed before, and I don't think Jacob cares what she has to say for real. He don't care.
He doesn't. And then she went around telling everybody, "Oh, Jacob left," and she's going in his room looking like, "Wow, I can't believe he really left." Yes, he did. He did.
I was like, Haley, come on now. You know he left. You rode in separate cars. When he's supposed to leave? You got to tell you he's leaving?
Exactly. Why should he? Jacob is going to be fine. I feel like Jacob, once he leaves the show, Jacob will probably be married. I'll give him maybe 6 months. He'll probably be married because he's going to find his true one.
I don't know. Hopefully, because he already been on them dating sites, so...
Yeah, but all these women that opened up for him during this season, Oh yeah, he's gonna get caught up quick.
So did y'all
Yes.
watch? Did y'all watch Unmatchables?
I did.
I did. I
did.
liked. I thought it was way
I
better
thought
than
it was
Tulsa.
I thought it was hilarious, especially when that girl
girl-
started farting. Oh my god, when she started farting, oh,
You know what? I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But you know how on the Unmatchables when they showed like all the people, the reasons why they were unmatchable.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And then one dude was like, "I'm gone," or she don't like chicken wings. I'm like, chicken wings. You
So
never got
stupid.
what? Are you for real?
Like be on the first day. Do you like flats? Oh, I like drumsticks. We ain't gonna work. Like
Right. I'm like, there's more things to have in common than food because everyone don't like food. The same food, stuff like that. But the dude, what's his name? Xavier's 25, and I forgot Ashley.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
32.
Yeah.
And Xavier's, he comes across
a little rainbow. Cause I was
little
thinking the same thing. I was like, boy, why you on this show? I'm like, why you on this show? I'm like, men don't be thinking like that. It's talking about you're late. It takes 30. I gotta moisturize. I'm like,
and he put a moisturizer on top of the moisturizer.
I'm like, yeah, I know why you gotta moisturize, cause you a little slick. You not fooling. He not fooling me. Talking about I just can't find a woman because you looking for the wrong thing, sir. Sir.
You know, I was thinking the same thing, honestly. But for her, the same.
Yeah.
12.5, yeah. For her, I don't think her having a roommate and knowing each other from college is that bad. But I do think like they can't do anything without each other is also an issue. I think so.
I think that's definitely an issue. Mm-hmm.
And then she's got to like fart everywhere. I'm like,
that's weird.
And then she doesn't even say excuse me. I was like, what is going on?
Right, she was like,
and she don't have no manners. That's what it is.
She was just like,
she was
like,
yes,
she's like, that's me.
I smell it. Yes, it's me. And then you didn't say excuse me. And the poor guy was sitting there like, oh man, I would have got up and left right then and there because that's just nasty. Come on.
How you doing?
Kelsey, long time no see.
Listen, y'all, this grad school been holding me hostage.
I see your IGs. I see them. And congratulations on all your accomplishments. I've seen all your posts.
Thank you. I'm trying, honey. Listen.
Congratulations. I ain't saying it, but congratulations. Sound like you did something.
Yeah, I did. I'm getting my master's in mental health counseling.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, because I'm gonna need them to have Stephanie Lee or somebody to come take over that show because Dr. Pepper and them ain't doing their job.
Hell.
Like Pastor Cal tried to tell y'all up front that Chris wasn't gonna want this woman without telling you the reasons why, and Dr. Pepper just ignored him. Who y'all talking about? I forget.
Just anyone you want. Whoever. Go ahead.
The fact. Okay, and I'm gonna need Haley to stop with her Karen tears because she cried anytime you confront her with the truth, which doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you crying when you're the one like throwing the rock and hiding your hand? To me, she's just a better packaged Chris. And yeah, I just like, and then the fact of Jake eating those 8 eggs, like the man is on a regimen. How about you cook him 8 eggs? How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Since you want to say you doing so much, you ain't did nothing. You ain't tried to do nothing. You don't want to do nothing. And then with the whole bracelet thing, do I think he was kind of petty for asking it back for it back? Yeah, but at the same time, that's $800. Look, that's a lot of money. I don't care how much money you got. That's a lot of money. And the fact that she sent it with her mama, and my thing was when they showed it back, it looked like a bracelet to me. It didn't look like no necklace. And why she just didn't take it? You know what I'm saying? Like when the reception was over, she could have simply you could have put it up under the dress. You didn't have to put it on top. You could have put it up under your dress.
Right.
You know it's there. He knows it's there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like she don't know. Like and her mom's talking about that's tacky. You know what's tacky is when somebody give you a gift and you don't even say thank you. You don't even have it in your possession. That's what's tacky. And he do harp on stuff. I will say that he do. Like when he finds something, he picks on it to the end.
How you doing?
He knows how to down it.
And maybe he's looking for an apology from her. Maybe that's why
Honey,
he keeps harping on things.
I think by now he should know that she ain't the apologizing type.
Right.
And you have to take people for what they are and what they show you to be. And he has one thing about Jake, he stayed consistent. Haley is the epitome, like, because I'm from Alabama, Haley's from Alabama. Haley is the epitome of what a Southern Belle she wants to be, meaning by this time she should be married with the one kid with the second on the way. By society standards, if she went to Alabama, that's how they're bred there. You go to Alabama to get your degree and find your husband. By senior year, you're married. You're living in couples housing. You know, by the time you graduate, you know, y'all might be working on your first kid. That's how that goes down south. The fact that she is 28 and not married, that is a disgrace. And by looking at her mama, she's Southern country club, tea society, you know, debutante ball looking. And Haley is really too ugly to act the way she does. She is not that pretty to be acting that ugly. The same thing with Chris. He thinks he looks like a 10 when he really looks like a hamster. Like, no, you don't treat nobody like that. Yeah, he is mad, but you know what? He need to get glad and just film when he's supposed to film and go about his business. I know you're 38 and you want to be married, but baby, you're going to have to change up too.
Right, you got 7 more days. Just hold out. Come on.
Yeah, just hold out. Like, just hold out. You ain't got to, you know, make no waves. But he needs to go to counseling though, because what about the 80s is so happy to him? What is such a pleasant? Did something happen to him? For him to be harping on a decade where that he really was a child. He wasn't an adult, so it wasn't like he reliving in college days. He was a child. So at most he was what, 8? So something ain't right there. Like that needs to be explored as to why he's so rigid.
Right, because 90s was great. What he talking about?
Yeah, the 90s. I mean, I was born in 92, so you know, me and Cassandra, we can't really tell you about the 90s. We was young and tender. I'm sure mom.
I was born 93. Why you trying to fight me?
Oh, like you grew up and like you were like a teenager. I mean, I was like, he looked good for his age, but I was like, I look on crack, so we don't know how our people be. They could be 50, look like they 30.
I do crack. Sometimes it's shattered. They be lying. That's another myth.
That's true. No, but he got 7 more days. He can hang out. And as far as Brian and Clara, I want Clara to start loving herself. I really do.
For sure.
Because she does not love herself. And my thing is, if she's not satisfied, then she needs to stop giving him fellatio. That's just really what it boils down to. If I ain't getting it, ain't nobody getting it.
I'm just trying to figure out how do they get to that part. He don't talk about nothing. How do he get? What kind of game is he running?
Man gets to it. You just ask for it.
How you doing? Have a good night.
You do? I can't even see Brian ask for it. I honestly can see Clara starting the foreplay.
Yeah.
Because she's sexually frustrated. And so she'll start off hoping. And then if she's not getting that, I think that's part of her romantic feelings for Ryan. It's giving her pleasure too, even though she's not.
So maybe she start touching him. He'd be like, "Oh, sure."
I mean, ain't no man gonna turn down, that right there. Ain't no man. And my thing is, if you're not ready to have sex with her, that's still sex. Like, I'm sorry, like the old Christian Catholic way of like, well, you just do this. That's not really sex. If you can catch an STD, it's sex. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you, that's still sex too. And like when they look at each other, like, okay, what you gonna say? What I'm gonna say? Like, he got her trained already. He got
maybe he doesn't
do that. I hate.
Maybe he doesn't really respect her because she has been doing that to him.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I could see that. I could see him saying, because a lot of times in the church, you're judged for being fast and this and that. And, he's a good church boy and he wants to, look a certain way. And, like, I follow his brother on Instagram and I'm like, I wonder, did they grow up in the same house? Because how he this way and the brother seemed like he this way. Like, how you get from DC Young Fly to that?
Yeah.
I think he was that weird black kid, that like Yu-Gi-Oh and yo-yos. And he was over there and like... And his brother be like, hey, don't be talking about my brother. And I'm like, yo-yo's cool, bro. You know, he just came to his defense.
And like, cause like when the wedding thing, there was nobody black there besides his parents and his brother. I mean, and I have a lot of white friends too. Don't get me wrong, but it just didn't make no sense. Like you ain't got one black homeboy, not one.
Well, that's true.
And like and he really, he tried to say, "Oh, my type is a dog." I did all kind of. No, you just want a white woman.
Ryan, please. You ain't daddy no black woman. Ain't no way. First of all, not with that haircut.
If he did,
brother,
a black woman that was just like him. That does
he dated a tailor. He got the bad strip. She got the bad wig. Yeah.
I'm gonna need him to fix his hair though, because that don't look right.
Did you see the comment earlier?
No, what was the comment earlier?
She said it was a perm.
Oh yeah, it is a perm. Because that ain't straight ninja. That's a perm. He perms that. There's no way. Because looking at the mama and the daddy.
Right, because how your beard from Chicago, your beard from the 53rd, but this here ain't. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and my thing is, it's not even a full beard. He can't grow a full, so it's like a little bit of.
Yeah, it's scraggly. It's scraggly.
Yeah, it looks like pubic hair. Is what it looks like.
Ooh.
Oh no.
I mean, it looks like taco meat. Like
there go mama.
I'm sorry, Mom. At least I use the anatomically correct name.
Right.
Yeah. No, but Ryan does in a way exhibit some. Oh yeah, that's true. They did grow up and Tamara, she want to be. No, he does have like some narcissistic tendencies in a way because he's very like focused on how he looks and how he is perceived. And like with Erik and Virginia, when I saw those pictures of her from childhood, I said that was her senior year, and she's only 26, which means she's only been out of school 8 years. Time was not good to her.
She look rough. That liquor
does like compared to
in the liquor.
But
yeah,
Ryan putting on a Black Lives Matter T-shirt that does not make you black. It does.
But I was seeing that. I was thinking like maybe during this climate he kind of feel bad, like being with a white girl on national TV. Like you know what I mean? Like
he didn't have to get married.
Like I got to perpetrate. Like he got
Go ahead.
Like he has to perpetrate or something. Who knows? I mean, I just feel bad for him overall, and I honestly feel bad for his mama because like you got your name from a black woman, you came from a black woman, and then you turn around and basically you just like crapping on her, like.
Yeah. Like
it's one thing to have a preference, but it's a difference when your preference is rooted in prejudice and self-hate. That's a whole nother issue. But no, and like Clara needs to love herself. Like Virginia just looks like she drinks too much. She looks like she drinks too much. Like she.
Oh yeah, her skin is so puffy.
It's so
that's
because she. Yeah,
look a little crackish.
She has so much inflammation. Like in Virginia, legit reminds me of a patient that I had, and the guy's a severe alcoholic, and he literally said that he binge drinks from Thursday to Sunday. That's what he does every week. And I was just like, she really needs rehab. And he
has his dad's hair, and his hair is from his head, and his mom on his face.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
That's a thing here. And oh yeah, you can't waste that meat. I mean, I don't blame Jacob.
Hey, I would have took my steak home. Yeah, I spent my money.
He took a steak home. Did he really?
Yes, he put it in a white sack and took it with him. I don't know
why he put it in a garbage bag. Though he put it in a full Glad bag. I was like, that's a Glad bag because it had them strip things to pull it.
Oh yeah. But listen, I mean, steak is like what $20, $25.
The kind that he eats, yeah.
I mean, I'm not wasting no money. He already wasted $800 on that bracelet. Like,
Right.
That's true.
I'm trying to figure out how
doing?
Vince got fat if Brianna don't even eat meat for real, for real.
I think that's why she's pescatarian though.
But
Because
Jay called her. He called her fake, right? She was
yeah,
pissed over
he was,
that.
like, at least I'm not fake. And she is very fake. She is very petty. She's very underhanded. And like, just say you don't like this man. Like, she's trying to make him look bad so that we can feel bad for her and say, poor
Exactly. She constantly does that every episode.
yeah, and the respectful thing to do would just be say, listen, we didn't vibe. It wasn't a connection. You know, he's a nice guy. Let's just ride this out and be nice. She can't even do that. Like, you can't even hug this man. You can't give him a kiss.
Yeah. Well, Jacob is still harping on the Vegas thing. And I think if she would have just made that right, he wouldn't be as petty as he is. But she never made that right. She didn't.
Yeah, and I don't think it was a good time. And so, because I think it hadn't been a good time, and he really just, you know, made it a good time. I'm trying to like keep it correct for my. If he'd have really, you know, as Clara says, took her somewhere.
He ain't take her to the moon. That's why she's stuck.
Oh no, but I'm not talking about the actual sex. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when she told him it was going to be a girls' night.
Oh yeah,
all the friends was there because that man is probably looking at Ryan and all of them like, what did she actually tell you guys to make you run away? She still has not made that right, and that is still on that man's mind. It is.
That was very low. And my thing is, I also blame them because they're also adults themselves. And I'm like, if I'm somewhere, like let's say it was me and Vontae, and I'm like, okay, gosh, I really don't want him to come. It's just supposed to be me and Cassandra and Mom. Like, you know, I'm just coming, and then you know, everyone else wants to show up. Like, I would not run away. I would sit down and have dinner with this man because there's always two sides to the story. Your side,
exactly.
In the middle, there's the truth.
Right, of
And
course.
I just feel like that was just so low down.
It was wrong. And she never made it right.
It shows their age versus his age.
For sure. And he's never gonna forget that because that took him in a place of disrespect. I mean, he felt so low after that, and that's always on his mind every time he look at that girl. Every time.
Yeah. She never apologized for anything. And then the thing of it is, he harps so much that even when he's in the right, he picks at it so much that it turns into him being in the wrong because he's harping at her so much.
Right.
But and he's still focusing on the dinner. He's still focusing on them having sex and her not liking it because that's really what it was.
Right.
If she had liked it, I believe that would have set them up at least a little bit better. Like she would have been willing to deal with a little bit more. Like, okay, he a little tacky, but you know that's good. So I'm, will overlook some things.
But you could go down the line and see. Okay, Jacob is petty in some things, but why did he get that way?
Because
it didn't come out of nowhere. So it started from her being in Vegas, okay, her telling them whatever she told them all scattering, okay, them having bad sex, okay, them getting home, him bringing it to her attention, she's turning it around. He apologized for something that I think he shouldn't even apologize from, and it just and the list just goes on. She never makes it right. She always turns it back on him, always, and he has no respect for her. Period. He wants this whole thing to be done, which it'll be done in 7 days, thank God. But he's still hurt because it hurt his feelings. When your feelings is hurt, it's hard for you to get over something like that, especially something that's on national TV. Period.
Yeah, he's been embarrassed on national TV, and like you could tell, even when they were having that thing, like I wonder what happened after the cameras that made him leave so early because he kind of had like a little hope maybe it's gonna get better. Like to me, he's the internal optimist. If she just would apologize and try, I think that he would be willing to put the past in the past. But she's not even willing to try. Like she can't even fake the phone. You know, like fake it till you make it.
So did they have separate rooms at
Yes.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, why she going to look for them?
Yes, they had separate rooms at home and separate rooms at the retreat. Separate rooms.
Drove separate, slept separate, and he left early. Dang.
And
he stayed to the most important part. He left the last day, but he left before everybody. So you can't fault him for that.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is, like, the way he left to me was the most respectful way that he could have left.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't make the scene. He just gathered his things and
He got his steak and left.
Exactly. Exactly.
But you know,
Exactly.
Erik and Virginia slept separate too.
I thought they slept in the same bed.
No. Remember when Ryan and Clara got there that next day? She said that Erik slept in the
Slept
bed.
in his bed with his clothes on.
Yeah,
That was
he wasn't
nasty.
like basically telling
He
Clara like,
didn't wash their sheets. That was nasty.
I mean, if he just slept in, I guess it's okay. But
That was some WPS.
But you know what? This season.
listen. We can't do it to people like that. No, but I'm gonna like Virginia and Erik. I think they'll say yes on decision day, but I think they're gonna break up when they have their first kid.
Oh, you already got some kids?
I don't think it will get
I give
that
them
far.
one kid. I give them one kid.
I'll give him one cat that died.
You-
When that cat kicked the bucket, it's a wrap. She gonna go on a full breakdown. You don't even care that
And if
Snowball
it-
died. You don't care.
and Cats or to Rocky, you know she's gonna blame Erik, and relationship is over because she is too emotionally attached to her emotional support animals. Period. That relationship.
And that's what they are. And like, she really needs some counseling because the way she just acted when they were at their house, like, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. I was like, girl, you need to talk to somebody. And he does too, because he just has like just this very waspy, elite way of thinking that does not mesh with her city. I'm gonna hang out with my boys thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see it working. And like, if you don't agree politically, at least on the base stuff, it ain't never gonna work.
Well, this whole
Every
season, though,
year y'all gonna be in an argument.
but this whole season they're mismatched on different things. This is hold on. This is the first season too. If you notice, no matter if you watch this season or all of them, that all the couples have slept, except for Ryan and Claire, have slept in separate rooms because they didn't get along for the majority of the season.
Did Brianna and Vincent sleep separate?
Remember he left the house, so I'm gonna give him that. He left.
Nah, he left, but he said he only went to the driveway. He came back.
Okay.
He went to the parking lot and came back because he said he couldn't leave her and Cookie.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the majority of the season has been sleeping in separate rooms because they couldn't get along. That's how you know this season is just a bust with the matches that have come along.
They rushed. They were trying to put a product out and they didn't take the time to get a good product.
This
like,
was definitely a pandemic married at first sight.
Yeah, you can tell it was rushed. And then also, like, you know, they have the issue of like black men not wanting to marry black women. But a lot of it is that the black men that will try out for this show won't marry black women. It's not that black men won't marry black women, period, because most black men that are married to black women.
Right.
So I just
My thing is how they go to Atlanta and it wasn't no thick woman nowhere. Like, this is Atlanta. Atlanta is.
I mean, Clara got a little meat on her. You know, Clara got
a little meat on that chin. We ain't looking for that.
Well, you know, Devon, as mentioned in other videos, they want a status quo on even on Ready to Love, they have like one on Ready to Love. They want a cookie cutter dynamic. If you're outside the cookie cutter, I guess it doesn't make good TV, and I guess the men, they don't consider it a trophy wife. I mean,
I just can't believe they ain't got nobody on Married at First Sight that look like they make a good potato salad, and that's ridiculous.
They don't look like mom, is what you're saying.
You better tell it, Kelsey. You better tell it.
Okay. Like, it ain't nobody on there with thick thighs, save lives. It ain't nothing on there. I'm like,
they don't look like they even know what biscuits and cornbread fed means.
Right.
That's that potato salad with them peas and stuff in, with them raisins.
Listen, somebody making no Kajil salad, okay? No. Like you said, that's WPS. We ain't doing that.
So
okay, whoever this GVD is, that is so correct. Because I could not be with you.
Yeah, that's true.
And the sister, she ain't here for it, and you can tell she ain't here for it.
I think your sibling know if you lying, especially if they grew up with you.
You can tell she ain't with it. Like when they went in meeting, she was like, "Is it okay for my kids to be with him?"
Right.
Like, so what you been telling your sister? And how she ain't talked to her sister if Erik gone all this time? So what? So
that's on Virginia. If Erik been gone, I know when he flying them planes, he can't be texting. If he is, somebody need to call Southwest, or whatever airline he worked for. Like that's not you don't supposed to have your phones on a plane. That can mess the plane up. But to me, that's on Virginia. But Virginia got to stop being drunk to call anybody. So if you drink,
that's why she ain't got no time, because she on the couch 7 from Friday to Sunday, and she rise
Thursday
to Sunday.
Oh, Thursday to Sunday.
Virginia probably worked 3 12s. She worked Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and then she go out Thursday through Sunday. And like there is such thing in the DSM-5, there is a such thing as a weekend alcoholic. It's called a binge drinker.
Right.
If I could remember the code, I'd give you the code. But the point is, she really does have a problem. Her skin, her hair, her fingernails, like her skin tone, like the way her body moves.
And she gets shaky when them hands.
Yes, and the fact that she's not willing to address her drinking lets you know that it's a problem too. And Virginia's gonna look 40 before she's 30.
She already do.
It's terrible.
She looks, and like when you can see the old pictures of her, she was such a pretty little girl.
She was.
She looks a mess now. But I think Erik likes a project. He likes something that he can fix up and shine up real nice and show off.
Erik likes what his mother is: cookie cutter, bake cookies, make that raisin salad.
I think Erik wants someone who he can control and won't leave him.
That's what I'm saying. He likes the project, something he can fix up, shine up, put how he likes it. She come when he say come. He go when she say go. Like he wants somebody.
He shouldn't have got an alcoholic then, because
Well, he didn't know.
He didn't know. But the sister-in-law, she looked like she wasn't with nothing.
The sister-in-law was stuck in a sunken place. You seen her eyes? She ain't blink. Oh, it's not gonna go well if she don't.
Yeah, because
I was scared of her.
She already done been built. She been built already, so she knows.
Yeah, she is a Southern belle, honey. She is on Society Tea. She is on the Mason board at church. She
said the Mason board.
Yeah, she on the deaconess committee and all. She probably teach Sunday school.
Probably so.
And she probably do vacation Bible school too. And they show up to Easter every Sunday and they pastels.
And she went home and called her mother-in-law about Miss Virginia.
They didn't talk about Virginia like a dog. They didn't talk about Virginia like a straight up dog, honey.
Oh, I know. They probably have.
They have.
The grandma, honey, she didn't talk. The grandma and the mama and the sister-in-law, they didn't sat there and talked about Virginia. Not only just that, but look at how the sister-in-law was put together versus Virginia.
Right.
How the mother and the grandmother was put together. Honey, they were stepping. You hear me? They were Sunday school ready. And looking like she rolled off somebody's couch.
Right. And the first thing she did was offer her a margarita. I'm like, that's the first thing you offer somebody when they come in? Don't you offer like water, soda, juice, and then you may lead up to
Virginia already 2 shots ahead.
I guess when Virginia said refreshment, she was going to refresh your alcohol content within your body. Like, because I thought when you come to somebody's house in the South, you do, you have tea, you have water, you have soda, then you have cheese and crackers and grapes, and then or you might have some pimento cheese salad, or like some chicken salad or something, and you might do a little charcuterie board spread. That's how you do.
Exactly.
That's how I do when you come to my house.
I'm the same way, but at least, but Virginia's like, you gonna have your margarita salt or no salt? Which one you want? That's so terrible.
Virginia is still in her sorority pledging,
Mm-hmm.
And doing cake stands at the frat party. That's what Virginia is doing.
But somebody said like she said like she had to grow up fast, so maybe now she like living like a teenager.
Yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it because she said that neither one of her parents showed up for her senior day. Her siblings had to walk her. So I guess that really showed like,
Yeah, she wants Erik to fall in and be one of her buddies, like the one she sleep on their couch.
Yeah,
but they both want the same thing. He want her to fall in a tin hut, and she want him to let's go. It's the late show. We gonna drink. Like she want to have a name that she want them to be known at the bar. Here they come. We about to make some tips tonight.
So
yeah,
that's what we forgot
To talk about the game night. What do you think about the game night? Were you surprised that Haley and Jacob won game night?
no, I wasn't.
The worst couples always win. If you look at last season, Miles and Karen won.
Miles and Karen
won. Yeah.
The couples that don't put sex first always do the best because all they have time to do is talk. They're not busy having sexual relations.
I wonder it was Ryan and Clara in second. They had to be in second.
No, I think Vincent and Brianna was second.
Vincent and Brianna was second. Because Vincent was mad that they win.
Yeah, they were mad that they won. But to me, it does not surprise me in the slightest at all because when you don't have anything to do but talk.
Yeah, but Haley said that's all Jacob does is talk, so she listens to when he talks. That was her excuse.
Mm-hmm. And I think she's just also competitive.
Yeah, she is. I mean, anytime you ask your husband to meet you at a batting place and you show up an hour early, come on. Really?
And then she got mad because she got whooped and putt-putt. It was like, did you show up an hour early? Like, oh, so you ain't tell them you practice. You wasn't even really good at batting.
That's just like a kid. I mean, come on. Stop being so competitive. You can't be competitive in your marriage. That's crazy to me.
Jake was lying, talking about them balls was coming too slow. I'm like, Jacob, come on.
No, you just ain't got
good hit
right. You don't exactly.
Yeah.
You put that on.
I mean, but putt is like Jacob. It's a slow game. He's a slow person.
Right. Okay, so what was the big deal that Haley made because he had on shoes? Okay, everybody don't wear sneakers. Okay, yes, it might be a little odd, but if that's what he's comfortable in, you better be glad he showed up.
And my thing is this, like my father, he's someone, he rarely wears tennis shoes. He always wears work boots because that's just what he works every day. He has to wear boots. He doesn't wear tennis shoes unless my mother tells him to. So if you see him, you're going to see him in either church clothes because he's a deacon, or you see him in a shirt with a hole in his elbow. But
what's the big deal?
Yeah, there's not to me. Someone's clothes isn't a big deal. If it's not a special occasion where we got to look nice, I really don't care what you look like.
Yeah, but he showed up. He showed up. Period.
And
he did not have to.
Complained about.
But with Haley buying his shirts and stuff, she should have bought him some tennis shoes. He told her he didn't wear tennis shoes, so she already knew that, so she should have bought that too. Since she was trying to change his.
Could have bought him some Skechers.
She was trying to shade him by going to whatever TJ Maxx bottom plaid shirts or whatever that she bought him. That probably cost $20, just like the hat.
She want him to look like a frat boy. She want him to look like he belonged to Cassie.
But she made him look like somebody's dad. Like he looked like somebody's dad that pulled up in the van. Come on, y'all. We going to get ice cream.
Well, I mean, he looks better since he grew that beard out on Unfiltered. He looks a lot better, in my opinion. He looks nicer. But they were never gonna work.
No, they were never gonna work.
I said yes at the beginning before we saw everything. I thought, maybe the age difference could bounce them.
I gave them a no, maybe no.
I gave them a no from jump just because the age difference, and two, how she reacted about that gift, how she just kind of dismissed it. I knew then before she even saw him, I said she's not gonna like him. His personality is gonna be too dry because went to school an hour from Alabama. I went to UAB, which is like their sister college.
Right.
And I tell you, Haley is the exact blueprint of a Southern SEC girl. I'm serious. The way Eric's sister-in-law is, that's exactly how Haley is, but she don't have the looks to pull it off.
And plus, she's a mean girl. She's a mean girl.
She's very much a Regina George type of girl.
Yeah, she's that type of girl that you would have at your job, and you always gotta watch what they say because they always gonna say something slick out their mouth. So you always got to be ready. You know, she's one of those type of chicks.
And they always
she thinks she's better than anybody else, and she thinks that if she agrees to date you, that you should be what's the word I'm looking for? Appreciative that she even said yes, that she will go out with you. She's a mean girl.
To me, Haley should have been matched with Erik, and Jake should have been matched with Virginia, because I feel like Jake would have balanced Virginia out in a way that wasn't so judgmental. Haley, they're too wasp elite. She would have fit in with the family because how much shade the sister-in-law and the grandmama and the mama was throwing Virginia, she would have fit right on in.
Yeah.
And I think it would have worked out great. But I'm gonna need Vincent to act like a little girl. Like, and get on the horse and try. Like he's so focused on, like, but he also reminds me of Erik and like how he's very like set in his way about the whole kids thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like there's
that's Erik with a K, not an E. Erik with a K.
Because you know how they mess it up.
The K is for killer.
Hi, Ramel.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Ramel. Hold on before you get started. Let me explain something. I get that Erik with the K because I know on the screen y'all see my name says K, but it's a short for what my name is, and my name is spelled with a K, but it's not normally spelled with a K. So I remember this off topic in the second grade. It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
That was 10 years ago.
Don't do her like
that. But it was like a substitute teacher or something, and they're like, they're going through, maybe it's first grade, going through the alphabet, and because my name starts with a K and it normally starts with a C, they're like, so we're gonna do the cuss out. So everyone with a C, stand up. And so the lady wanted me to stand up. I'm like, my name don't start with a C, it starts with a K. And they're like, well, it's still a cuss sound. And ever since then, I introduced myself as with a K. Ever since then. I don't care if it was complex. I got a complex about it. I'm a beauty about that.
I got you.
It's okay, Mom. People always mistakenly call me Chelsea, and I correct them every time. It's Kelsey.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Kelsey. We're gonna
right. When your name is
me, I really don't.
Mom, it's okay. It's okay because I do the same thing with my name. My first name is Urcelia, and people say Ursula. I'm like, no, that's not it. That's not it.
Exactly. So you just want to pronounce the way it's supposed to be pronounced.
But, anyway. But it's just that coming from him, it just sounds extra snooty.
That's true.
That K is for killer.
Go ahead, Ramel. How are you today?
I'm doing good. For me, it doesn't really. Okay, so people pronounce my name differently too, but I used to, like when I was younger, I used to get really, really pissed about it. But I'm going to be 23 at this point. I don't even care. Yeah,
I do.
I do too.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but they do get like my last name because it's Kennedy. I have two last names, so it's Kennedy, but it's with the C. But they think it's Kennedy, like the president, and I have to correct people on that part, though.
That's cool. Well, what you want to talk about? Because we're getting ready to wrap it up in a few minutes. What you want to discuss?
Oh, I just want to discuss that. I actually like this episode because I love the Couples Retreat episodes each season. Erik and Virginia, I can't stand them. They get on my nerves. And I don't like how she runs to her confessional or to the other women about certain stuff. But she can't stand on her own 2 feet when it comes to Erik. And if they if they say yes at the end of the day, I don't really know if they're gonna last because it's like, in my opinion, he is like he kind of like a bully a little bit to me. Like he talks down to her a lot,
Very
and
much.
with Haley and Jacob. At this point, I don't like neither of them. They both have pros and cons. He'd be annoying to me sometimes, And y'all was preaching on. She is like a girl. Well, that is
You're breaking up, Romel.
like sorry. I was saying that Haley is that whole that face on your back, but other than that, I don't really like her like that much. But I know they're not gonna last. In my opinion, at this point, they should have just broke up when Paige and Chris broke up. Why keep trying when there's nothing to try for?
It's a kind of wearing cats in Singleville.
Right. But our Paige and Chris really broke up.
I don't think they really broke up. I think Chris did this show to manipulate Mercedes, and that's what that was, because he doesn't finish anything he starts. And that's just what it is. If nothing's ever his fault.
And then he got her that car, so she gonna have to deal with him because she probably ain't about to pay that car note.
That car is leased.
Oh, he pulled the rapper move.
We're getting an echo from somebody.
You never know.
Yeah, we're getting an echo.
It's not me. I only have this one.
Romel, check your feed, please.
No, I don't. I
Hello? Is it echoing now?
No. Good. Well,
okay.
There it went. Just mute one of them.
Okay, is it working now?
I think so. No. It's still good. Just mute one of them. One of your devices.
So what do you do when you get an echo?
Normally it's like somebody's playing the feed twice, like you might have it on your phone and on your computer.
Oh, okay.
Mute one of the devices and then it won't echo.
Like if it's on YouTube in the background.
Yeah, pretty much how it is. You're looking at this on two different things.
Oh, okay.
Just mute one of them. So if you're doing
is it working now?
Yeah, let's see. Am I echoing y'all?
No, not to me.
That's so weird. We need Jacob.
Jacob.
Call Jacob.
Okay, well, Romel, let me mute you. Let me do something.
Okay.
Hello.
Try Kelsey.
Am I echoing now, y'all?
Nah, that's his mic.
No, it sounds better.
That's your mic, Romel. If you want to drop off and come back.
Yeah,
okay.
No, but to me, all the men in this season, they have very women tendencies. Like they have very female tendencies. Oh yeah,
they do.
In the subway space. Yeah, that's true. You don't mind telling a lie. So, and I don't think Mercedes was pregnant, to be honest.
I don't either. I ain't even try to be mean, but I was like, ain't no baby. Ain't no way.
It's kind of hard line to cross. It depends on how forward you want to be with it, because you don't want to ever say someone's miscarriage is not real, because people really do go through that thing, and a lot of people are very emotional when it comes to that. With that being said, since it's Christopher, and I haven't believed anything in his mouth since day one. It's like I can't believe him. Whether he showed what is that called? Those hospital bracelets?
Yeah.
Or what?
They did. They showed the hospital bracelet, but the thing of it is, they didn't mark off the most important thing, which was the MR number. So if anybody can look up and see why she was in the hospital, because hospital records they go state to state. Like if you go in and you Google that MRI number on a hospital computer, it's going to show her every hospital record that she's ever had from the time she's been born. And somebody could do that. I mean, that's a HIPAA violation if they did, but
Right.
to me, when you're pregnant, you know how far along you are, especially when you're newly pregnant. And that's like if you're like in the last trimester, you're like, okay, I got 2 more. You might be off for a couple of days, but in the beginning, you know. And I just feel like just the way she went about it.
She asked him, "How far am I?"
Yeah, exactly. And then when Paige was like, "Well, I could have been pregnant too," that was a shock. You could tell she wasn't ready for that. That wasn't what they talked about.
Right.
Like you could tell she was very like, huh?
Right.
Like I guess he probably told her they never had sex, nothing ever happened. Like what I just feel like, and then probably a third girl nobody knows about.
Say that again.
There's probably a third girl nobody knows about.
Oh,
because usually when people cheat,
it probably is.
Yeah, like I just like, and then I want to talk to the person that he was. Yeah, exactly. It could have been
They said he was cheating with her cousin or something. I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that too. I don't know how true that is. I want to know who the first fiance was.
She's probably so glad nobody got her name or nothing like that. So good for her.
And he refused to talk about her, but he motor mouthed about everything else. So why you don't want to talk about her?
Because she gave him the biz, and she probably told him, "You look like a pit bull. You got me messed up. You're not about." She probably killed him.
He's probably the reason he's the way that he is.
He probably changed maybe right after her. Maybe.
Or maybe he was this person all along. That's why none of his relationships ever last.
That's true too. That's true too. I just think like the way that he disrespected Pastor Cal's time. That to me that was disrespectful. And also I would have left. We wouldn't have had no conversation. I would have said, "You have me here waiting." That was very.
So he sat down, and then he could have said, "Okay."
And then he came in smiling like, "Okay, we get it's real, it's reality TV, but at the end of the day, they're on a schedule. You don't come in smiling like, are you slow?"
Yeah, he's smiling like, "Oh, I knew you were still gonna be here." I mean, just to adapt.
He's just disrespectful, and I know Atlanta is traffic prone, but not to the point where if you have somewhere to be, he just doesn't care about anybody but himself.
Right. Yeah. He doesn't.
He has no empathy for anyone. He is a very narcissistic person, and honestly, I could see how he made it past production and casting because they're casting. They don't care about these people. This is their job. But the fact that Dr. Pepper and Dr. Viviana did not take into account what Pastor Cal said, based on just the strength of him being another Black man,
right,
speaks volumes to how little Pastor Cal, speaks to how little Pastor Cal really has to say so when it compared to the women, because he knows he can't buck up too much, because then it's like he's picking on the white women.
In my opinion, I feel like, okay, so I didn't watch that match special thing they got. I didn't watch it. I'm not interested into watching it, but I did see a commercial where they're listing things that make you unmatchable, but most of the stuff they were listing, it gave me Chris. So how did he get on the show?
Because
how did he get mad?
Because he told them what they wanted to hear. He was smart.
He played the role for casting, but see, Pastor Cal saw through it. He saw through it. Pastor Cal, he old school. Just like Mom saw through Chris the first day. She was like,
"Yeah,
he ain't it." When your mama tells you somebody ain't it, they ain't it. Right. Mom knows better than we do. I'm sure there was times, Cassandra was like, "I think he might be the one." He ain't it, baby.
They all haven't been it.
You ain't gotta press out like that now.
That's why she said that's why I'm so
potential.
No.
One have potential. It's downhill real quick.
Because why? You weren't it.
You have to do it like that, Mom. You know, we just be out here trying. You know what I'm saying? They don't make them like they did in your generation.
I do my son the same way. He's like, you never like anybody. I said, well, bring me someone I feel like.
Out here, trying. You know, because we be trying, don't we, girl? But you know, sometimes they be having us fooled.
I guess.
Go ahead. Oh yeah,
I don't like how Vince was acting, but no lie, I'd be scared to get on the horse too, because we got on a carriage ride with my mom years ago, and they were like, "Oh, you can pet the horse," and I was about to pet the horse, and that horse turned to the side. I said, "Whoa!" I jumped back. So I will be kind of scared to get on the horse. I think that's the only thing I would not do. So, but other than that, he just complained too much.
Yeah, he does. He's very much a complainer. He's very much about how he looks and how he's going to be presented. And I think they can work, but she got to stop being so bossy, and he got to stop being so sensitive. And like he is like Erik. He's very black and white on an issue, but unlike Erik, he cannot express himself at all. He just goes to like picking his nails, and I just think,
and also what I feel like Brianna needs to not do, because she knows that he has a, he has a low temper and his patience, I feel like she shouldn't. I'm trying to word this. I feel like to not upset him, she would just say okay, or instead of being honest and being her.
No,
you get
ma'am.
What I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm laughing at the.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
I don't blame you, Kimar.
No, but you know what, Romeo, not to cut you off, I'm going to be wrapping this up in a second. That it's just like you said, the majority of these couples, what you saw on Unmatchable, are these couples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're unmatchable together for each other. They don't match each other, and I don't see the criteria on honestly how they're matched. I would like to see one Married at First Sight season where at least by the first month, how are we doing? That situation when they meet with a counselor, to show them why they were matched. I would like them to know why they were matched, because they don't know why they were matched. Only the experts do. So they can get a.
They used to.
Okay, well, they need to bring it back. They need to have a better understanding as to why they were matched, and maybe they can
And also, can we please, Clara is getting on my nerves. We get you want to have sex, but I just feel like she get on my nerves too. But you said you finna end the live, so I ain't gonna get on her because I can't with her.
You can go on Clara for days, because she's just wanting something that Ryan is not gonna give her.
And my thing is, she needs to have some discernment about herself, because that just doesn't make any sense. But I heard through the grapevine, Boston is supposed to be better, because a girl in one of my cohorts, a guy in her class in one of the med schools, his brother got married. So I don't know who he was.
Kelsey.
Because New Orleans is like a hub for everybody. Like New Orleans it's a place where everybody knows everybody. Like I literally went on a date with somebody and we know 3 people, and I've only lived here for like 6 months.
Wow.
Like because think about it, New Orleans to Texas is only an hour flight. New Orleans to Atlanta is only 2 hours.
Okay.
So like it's just a place. New Orleans is people move here. I don't know.
That's awesome. Well, what are we looking forward to seeing next week? Because next week is the final episode. So what are we hoping is going to happen?
I thought y'all said that was the Friends and Family episode. Somebody said the next week it's like 3 more.
Even if it is a Friends and Family, I don't know, because I haven't seen the preview.
Yeah, they said the 12th is Decision Day. So we have 2 more episodes. What are they going to show for 2 more episodes?
Oh my God.
You know how they do though, where you meet with your friends and family and talk about everything, and then you have like the last chance for romance.
Oh God!
They can skip all that.
So Vince gonna meet with his friends, and so they can laugh at how dumb he getting mad again. Okay, we already know what's about to happen.
Maybe we'll see Paige back on this episode.
Yeah, I need something.
No.
I said Paige, not Chris.
I don't want to see none of them. I don't want to see her or him. Bye.
I do not want to see Paige until decision day. I don't want to hear her little soft
Preach,
spoken
palm,
little so.
Well, the reason why I want to see Paige is because we need to know how they got to the steps they are for decision day. Like what's going on behind the scenes? Because when we get to decision day and they're like, oh well, you know, he's undecided. Like what happened? We need to catch up to know what happened.
I hope and pray that they're just doing this for TV and that she is really not that stupid. Like I really
she's that slow. She's that slow.
She give me
that her and Chris have decided to run with to make them a little bread, because there is no way that as a grown, educated woman, you are out here being boo-boo the fool for this man like this. Like he did.
She's slow. She's slow. Chris came for the money. My mama used to call them my mama used to call people like that smart dummies. People who are educated, who are smart, educational wise, but otherwise they slow. She used to call them smart dummies. Paige is smart. It's a smart dummy.
Smarts and no common sense.
Yeah, no common sense. Yeah.
I got to go because I need to be studying.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up anyways. We appreciate you coming back, and congratulations on everything.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
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 All right, so for everyone else that's on here, we will be live again next week.
Next Thursday.
We'll see.
Same time.
I think we should go live next Thursday because I honestly don't see what else they need to be dragging out 45 episodes. I'm getting so irritated with these shows.
Right.
So
okay. Is next episode okay for everybody? We're just asking.
Yeah. I'll be here.
Okay. All right. We appreciate it. Everybody stay safe.
Same time.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Romel.
God bless.
Bye, guys.
Everyone in the comments, thank you so much.
yes, have a good night.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.